Hello again, this is Claire. I'm transgender, and I'm here to talk to YouTube about coming out today. um, so first I kind of wanted to just throw up a picture from my passport, and this was taken when I was like a junior in high school. I'm trying to blot out the stuff that you shouldn't see. The personal information. It's kind of blurry, I know. I've totally got like a faux hawk going on there. Look like a little punk. So yeah, that was, when I was 16. I had another one too. I look maybe a little bit less dorky. Covering up stuff that I don't want to show. But again, like I've got short hair. Oh my god. Where am I? Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Whatever. That's me. When I was 16. So obviously I look a little bit different. I've actually got pulled over when I had this ID, Washington ID, and it was funny. The state trooper was just like, he looked at my ID, looked at me, looked at my ID, looked at me, and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a warning. I was like, sweet. Probably just didn't want to deal with this shit. So anyway, coming out. I guess I first figured out I was transgender almost 2 years ago now, and I started doing a lot of research. I actually found out because of YouTube. I stumbled across a video that was talking about Kim Petras, who she's like this really young trans girl over in Germany. And then I started doing research on it and kind of got into the community for a while. And while I've been sort of not so in it lately, I owe a lot to the YouTube community. My throat kind of hurts. I'm sorry if I'm a little more gravelly than I would normally be. Anyway, what am I talking about? Coming out. So, like, it was like May 2 years ago, basically. May 2010, I guess that would be. That's when I figured out I was trans, and I started doing research, and I didn't tell anyone about it until like January 2011. So it was a good amount of months later. And so my first friend I told, he was my best friend here at school. We were really close, and we always hung out. We hung out like every day. And normally, my closest friends are always women, but he's a guy, and so I told him first. I just remember I was really depressed, and I went over and I was like, "Hey, there's something I need to tell you." And I was just like crying and just shaking and just really like he was worried, like, but he was totally cool about it. And I spent like 40 minutes telling him like, oh, I'm a girl on the inside, and I'm transgender, and just talking about all this stuff. And he was like super accepting about it, and he's not really like affectionate. I don't know if I hugged him or anything, but he was really cool, and like I was a total mess, and he was just really calm and really kind, and I guess he stayed up a lot, pretty late that night, and so I told him all about my situation, and how I always felt like a girl, and I just now realized that I could transition and still fit into society and not be like a pariah or whatever, and I hadn't known that before, and yeah, he was really accepting, and it was good, and I started to see. I had been seeing a counselor for I guess a month prior to that, and then I told him, and that was great. And then after that, I went over to him all the time, and we'd talk about it. And I had bought some clothes online at that point, and I'd sneak from my apartment over to his apartment with those clothes under my normal clothes. And then I'd, get out in my little outfit, and we'd watch TV shows and talk and whatnot, and it was really awesome, and it was kind of my first little outlet. And, you know, that went on for a while, and a couple months later I started going to Montana Gender Alliance meetings and seeing a gender counselor, gender psychologist over in Missoula. I guess, yeah, so January is when I told him. And then it wasn't till, like, March probably, that yeah, probably about March, that I actually started seeing the psychologist and going to those meetings. And the meetings were great. They really helped me, and I feel accepted and make it really like a real thing that was going on for me, just because I got to meet other people who were going through the same thing and talk to them. I've made a lot of good friends through that, and I'm really thankful that those meetings were there. And you know, I guess I probably started taking my antidepressants maybe about a year ago. I don't remember. I have a terrible memory. And that was mostly because I started thinking about killing myself. I was really depressed, and I told Tyler, and he freaked out, and he didn't. Oh shit! I used his name. Yeah. So then I told him, and he was really worried about me, and like he made me go talk to my counselor, and then I went and got on the drugs and whatnot, because, you know, I was afraid I was going to do something rash. And I was definitely thinking about it. Like, I was not happy, and actually I recently got a gun, which he was not too happy about. It is a Glock 17 Generation 4, shoots 9mm rounds. But this isn't for me. Not like that anyway. I enjoy going shooting. It's fun. I don't know, I'm in Montana. Everyone shoots and hunts, and so I figured it'd be good. Plus, when I'm living on my own and whatnot, I think it would be nice to have a hidden weapon, because, I don't know, trans people get murdered and shit all the time, I'm afraid. And I'm not as strong as I used to be because of hormones. Yeah, so, pretty much. Yeah, so a lot of my friends are actually a little bit concerned about the whole gun thing. But, you know, if I really wanted to kill myself, I got plenty of medication, or I could hang myself or whatever. So it's, you know, this isn't going to cause me to kill myself. And like I said in a previous video, I'm a lot happier now, so that's good. Anyway, so started going to the MGA meetings. Didn't start, like, going there dressed up for a while, just because I was really just, I'm not worried about it. And, okay, so then I kind of, that summer, so it was like January, I didn't tell anyone except for other trans people and like psychologists and doctors and shit like that. And I actually started estrogen in like May or something, I think, of that 2010. And then I told some of my friends over the summer, my high school friends. Yeah, and I guess that would have been this last summer, I think. Yeah, like I said, my memory, not good. Anyway, so I started telling my friends, and I got tons of support from them, and they've been really great to me, and I really haven't had that bad of experiences. And, you know, I've over time, even up till now, like, I've just been telling people as I feel comfortable to, or feel like they should know. And I guess the biggest problem with my friends that I've had was that some of my friends that are Christian, and I'm not. I'm atheist, devoutly atheist. So some of my friends that I've had the biggest trouble with it have been Christian. Same goes with my mom. I'll get to that in the next video. And so, like, one of my friends who was really Christian that I knew from high school, we haven't really talked since very much, which is too bad. But we were never super close anyway, and she probably doesn't support what I'm doing. And currently my, like, BFF, she lives in the same apartment complex, and, you know, I was a groomsman in her husband's wedding over the winter in December, so that was great. She, you know, they're very Christian, and I know it was really tough for them when I came out. Her husband, he was really mad at me initially, but they've kind of decided, well, you know, they don't really approve, but you know, they love me anyway, so that's good. And you know, as much as I'd love for them to, you know, fully understand, it's hard for cisgendered people to understand transgender people. So I mean, it's hard. It's hard to explain what it's like being in the wrong body. And, you know, if you have strong like religious convictions that, you know, changing your body like that, or going against God's will or whatnot. I don't know. I understand, I guess, their concern about me and my soul, but I don't know. It can be frustrating sometimes when even like your close friends don't really accept it or don't really support it. Even though they support you, they just don't support your decisions as much. Decisions like this is a choice. Like I would want to deal with this crap if I could be just a normal happy guy, but I can't. Yeah, so my friends have been really supportive, and I don't know, it's been great. It's actually, you know, it's brought us closer. And I've been really open with them, like whatever they want to know, I'm happy to tell. And actually, I had a boyfriend for a while. I had a boyfriend for about 4 months, and that was really great. The only problem I mean, well, technically he was gay, and so, I don't know. He said he liked my little breasts, but, I think there were some difficulties just because, you know, I wanted to be a girl, and he was really more attracted to guys, and, you know, I think he is looking for someone a little more dominant, as am I, and I consider myself bisexual because, I don't know, I feel like if you really care about someone, the anatomy shouldn't matter. And while I'd say I'm slightly more attracted to women, I'm attracted to people. And so we dated for 4 months, and I'd say the first 2 months was really great. And you know, he was so nice, and just like really, he never pressured me to do anything I didn't want to do, and was really respectful of me. And you know, so we had some fun, but I'd say the biggest problem was like anal. Anal really scares me, so I didn't want to do that. I was pretty much, I don't know, you know, a biology major. I'm afraid of bacteria, and just, you know, having some damage done from that. I don't know, it scares me. And, you know, because of hormones and stuff, I've pretty much lost all sex drive, and like, you know, nothing down there really works anymore. So, I think part of our conflict and the reason we broke up was, that we just, I don't know, in the bedroom, it's like he couldn't really do anything for me that, like, I don't know, that I really liked. I mean, he gets an A for effort, but, you know, it's tough. And so, I think that was part of it, but then, also, it's like, we were really good friends before we started dating, and, I don't know, I think we were just better friends, and when we started dating, we were really into the idea of being together and all that, but I think that we weren't really right for each other. We were much better as friends, and we were more excited about being in a relationship than really being in a relationship with each other. But, you know, we're still friends now. Like, it's been a little bit awkward. We broke up probably 3 weeks ago. But, you know, we're working through it, and we still care about each other. I mean, I still care about him. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be really hard to be intimate with someone until after I get SRS, just because I don't want to use that for anything. I mean, I don't like it. Which is unfortunate, but it's something I gotta deal with, I guess. You know, that's not the way with all trans people. I've got some trans women friends that they don't mind topping guys, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not really for me. So, I don't mind being single right now. I have a lot of shit going on in my life anyway, with all transition. Yeah, coming out to friends. Good stuff. Like, you really need that acceptance and and you have the support group that you get once you have your friends and knowing about it, and it really makes you a lot closer. I've found that when I come out to people, I've had a surprising amount of people come out to me also about like being gay or being bi, or oh, when I was your age I was doing some experimenting, and I'm just like, whoa, didn't need to know that, but it's cool. I like that. I found out like a lot of my high school friends that I still keep in touch with, a surprising amount of them have ended up being bi. Like me. I don't know, maybe there was something in the water in our hometown. Who knows, with all those estrogen analogs and like synthetic hormones and shits and plastic and all that. Who knows? Who knows? It's fucking with the babies, making them trans, making them gay. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm gonna make another video after this, talking about coming out to my family.